Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another Caderno da Nicia, aka Nicia's notebook. So for today's Nicia's notebook, it's gonna be kind of like a girl chat video, nothing like controversial, but as always in my notebooks, I like going into my word to basically back up all my opinions. So a couple weeks ago, I watched this video and it was titled "Why Our Makeup Doesn't Look Like Theirs." And in the video, I watched like a couple minutes of like a 15-minute video, and in the video she was basically talking about why our makeup doesn't look like, you know, the top tier beauty gurus, and that's what she means by their makeup. That's, you know, the Jackie Ainas, Nikki Tutorials, Patrick Starr, Shayla, and everybody else in between. And I saw the video and like a light bulb went off in my head, and I wanted to make my own little spin on it. Obviously going into the word, aside from just giving out, you know, opinions and facts as to all that stuff. So if you guys want to see what I'm talking about, then let's get straight into the video. So I'm going to give you guys my top 3 reasons why our makeup doesn't look like theirs. Reason number 1 being skin care. So I feel like a lot of beauty gurus, you know, get in front of a camera, and your camera quality as well as lighting definitely have a part to play in how your skin looks. But also, don't forget the fact that, you know, these people are making bank, like money, like dinero, like guac, you know, just off of YouTube alone and collabs and all that stuff. And they have the funds to take care of their skin to the utmost degree. And I mean like facials, I mean high-end skincare products. And if you know me, you know that I'm really big on just skincare, and I'm really big on skin prep before and after your makeup. Okay, let me not boost, because sometimes I definitely go to sleep with makeup, but I'm really big on skincare, and I really do believe that if your skin is trash, then your makeup is going to look like trash, you know. And a lot of the times these beauty gurus kind of like sit behind the camera and they talk about, oh, I have oily skin, oh, I have combination or dry skin, and these are my problem areas. But not a lot of them either have currently or struggled with in the past, or maybe they don't talk about it. But stuff like hyperpigmentation, stuff like texture on their face, stuff like acne on their face, you know, a lot of these people don't talk about that aspect to skincare. So all we see is a perfect face, and no, all we see is a perfect skin base, and then obviously we see the perfect makeup that comes after. I really feel like things like, you know, fillers, especially like underneath your eyes, make your concealer look better, because you're probably not going to have creasing. Like if you don't have texture, then your like foundation is literally going to sit on your face looking real pretty, because it doesn't look bumpy or scratchy or anything like that, you know. So I feel like skincare is a really big reason as to why our makeup doesn't look like theirs. Invest in your skincare, then your makeup for sure is going to look flawless. So the second reason why I feel like our makeup doesn't look like theirs is going to be facial features. So I feel like when someone does their makeup and then you try to basically copy their makeup, it's probably not going to look the exact same just because of facial features alone. A person who has a thinner nose and a person who has a wider nose are definitely going to contour their nose differently, and the desired look, like if the wider nose wanted to look like the thinner nose, it's going to look not the same, clearly. If you have a big forehead, it's going to look like your makeup is going to look, you know, slightly different than someone with a thinner forehead. And it's just honestly not realistic for you to think that you can perfectly alter your face through makeup to the utmost degree. I feel like it's definitely one of those things where it's like, you know, you can achieve something, but let's not be so hell-bent and stuck on the fact that like my cheekbones have to look like hers and my nose has to look like hers. Like, ultimately speaking, at the end of the day, you're gonna wash it off, so it can only take you so far. Like, makeup isn't surgery, you know what I'm saying? So the third reason why I feel like our makeup doesn't look like theirs is because of technique and practice. A lot of the times we watch makeup gurus that have been in this makeup game for like 10 plus years, and their windshield wiper motion works for their eye, but it might not work for your eye. So I think picking and taking what you get from videos and adding your own flair to it and doing what works for your facial features and for your face, because like makeup has different techniques and different techniques work for different people. And I feel like a lot of times we just get so frustrated because like we're doing the exact same thing and it's not coming out like theirs, and that's only because like, girl, they've been blending until, you know, their wrist is tied for like 20 years. Like, you just started 3 days ago. Have some patience and keep on practicing. So this video would be so pointless if I gave you guys a problem and I didn't give you guys a solution. So I feel like the solution to all this is to basically get over it. It's not that crucial. It's not that deep. It's not that crucial. Makeup literally washes off at the end of the day. And I feel like as women, we put such an emphasis on our exterior looks and such an emphasis on having our face beat or semi-beat or having a no makeup look. Girl, and I feel like I'm at this place in my life right now where I'm so comfortable in how I look like as far as like my face and not wearing makeup. Like, I'm so comfortable with not doing that. And the reason why I wear makeup is, one, I'm probably just trying to look professional in a meeting or in a class or whatever, and then two, I just really enjoy like the process of doing makeup. And then obviously, I'm not gonna lie, like makeup is also just a confidence booster. So those are honestly my real reasons as to why I wear makeup now, whereas in the past, I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely went through a season where I had to wear makeup every single day whenever I was talking to this one guy. And it's so crazy because honestly, homeboy probably never saw me without makeup. And child, the insecurity. So the number one thing that I had to do to basically step back from this, like, I must wear makeup to feel beautiful, or I must wear makeup for him to see me as beautiful, is I had to train my mind. I had to basically train my mind to look at my face, look at my facial features, and be totally okay and confident in what God gave me. So a verse that really helped me out was Romans 12:12. And that verse basically just says, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect." The verse basically talks about how you don't want the world to dominate what goes on in your mind. I truly believe that our mind basically sets the pace for everything else that we do. Once we gear our mind towards something, then our spirit and our body and everything else manifests itself after what our mind wants to do first. A really good example of that is, for example, me, if I listen to R&B music between the hours of 12 to 3 a.m., I'm definitely going to start lusting. I'm definitely going to start thinking about some things with this man. And so I just know that I can't listen to that type of music within these hours, or I'll literally go crazy in my thoughts. And that all starts with me thinking, yo, maybe I should like listen to the song. While I'm listening to the song, wow, this would sound so good with this person tonight, right now. Let me call them. And now I'm probably having an inappropriate conversation with the poor man that I tempted. So going back to this topic of we have to start training our minds as women. A lot of the time society tells us how we should think, what we should do, how we should dress, what we should think, what we should say, and all that jazz. And also the people that you surround yourselves with, if they're not edifying, encouraging, uplifting, and correcting you, you're gonna be lost. You're literally going to be lost. And so I just feel like it's really, really important to renew your mind in the Word of God rather to renew your mind in man. Yes, man is going to help you, if they're the right people that are around you to edify you and stuff. But ultimately, like, my worth and my value comes within God. A verse that I feel like really highlights that is 1 Peter 3 verses 3 through 4. And it says, Do not let your adorning be external, the braiding of hair and the putting on of gold jewelry, or the clothing you wear, but let your adorning be the hidden person of the heart with the imperishable beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which in God's sight is very precious. So the verse talks about how our inner beauty is way more important than our exterior beauty. And then the number one thing that I love about this verse is that it talks about in God's sight. You know, you shouldn't be doing anything for the approval of man. And I'm literally talking to myself. Oh my God, I'm talking to myself. But our external beauty actually has nothing to do with God, how God sees us. You know, another verse in the Bible talks about how God looks at the heart while man looks at physical appearance. And if I'm going to put my worth and my value in God, then how he sees me is way more importantly than how man sees me. And this verse talks about having a gentle and quiet spirit. Sometimes I used to get this verse really backwards, thinking that I have to be this like quiet, conservative Christian girl. But God didn't make me that way, you know? Like, he didn't want me to be quiet. He wanted me to be extra. That's why he added a dash of extra whenever he made this concoction called Nicia. And so having a quiet and gentle spirit is different than having a quiet and gentle personality. And then the last verse that I want to go through is Psalm 139 verse 14, which says, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full and well. I love this verse because that wonderfully and fearfully made is what sticks out to me. You know, God made me wonderfully, clearly, as you guys can tell, but he also made me fearfully. And fearfully in the Bible just means that it means reverence, it means honor. And so when he made me, he was reverencing me, and he wanted to carefully take time with me, and he counted every single hair on the top of my head, and he looked at my gap, and he looked at my smile, and he looked at my cheeks, and like in Genesis it says, he looked at his creation and he said, it is good. When God looks at you, he thinks you are good. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. He took time. He was so intricate in every single detail of how you look like, of how your face looks like, of how your personality is. And he looked at you and he said, yeah, she's bomb. She's bomb. Yeah, she's bomb. So guys, that's really it for this video. I wanted to give you guys three tangible reasons why our makeup doesn't look like theirs. At the same time, I also wanted us to not so much focus on our makeup and our external views of ourselves and how society views us, but I wanted us to put our worth and our value in God, because in his word, by renewing our mind in him, we will learn that he took so much time in creating us, and there's a certain way that he wants us as women to all view ourselves, and in that way we will find fulfillment and we will find joy and contentment in how we look like. And it's not because of the world. Like, as a personal just kind of like experience, I quickly learned that a man can only do so much to boost you. Like, your man can only say that you're beautiful and that you're wonderful and that you're gorgeous X amount of times, like, and it will fulfill you for that 5 minutes, for that day, for that week. But then after that, you're going to feel like you're just not that, you know? You're gonna start second guessing what he says, because the weight of the words of a man is literally nothing compared to the word of God and what it says about you. So that concludes my video for today. Hope you guys took something away from it. Drop in the comments below anything that you guys want to say about either sides of the spectrum, and I'll see you guys in my next video.